Wait. And I'm in my way. Did it work?
I think it's working. Oh! You want to see the difference?
Yeah.
Balls. That's all I had to do? Look, before I was getting like... Look, before I was getting like... That's it. I was getting just that one. Oops. Now I'm getting all three.
Wow.
At the same time. And it should...
Is it on right now? Said it was supposed to crank at 8:40.
It's on right now.
Oh, wow. Look at us. Okay. We're back. Alright. Yeah, for everyone who's been here for the last two attempts, the real ones, just hit me up in person or via social media and be like, yeah, like, I'm an original smiley volleyball enthusiast. I've been here since day one, since stream one, you know, or stream two. I mean, it's up to you. But I would appreciate that. And thank you for your presence. It was good. I'm gonna be very conscious of saying for the next at least 20 minutes. And I'm gonna get these questions re-rolling. I'm just gonna say the question again and just spit, you know. Back to, now my first three questions, I'm locked in. Okay.
Yeah, you need to run back.
Okay, running it back. So, I asked a question on Instagram and Facebook today. I was like, hi, I'm about to start a stream at 8 o'clock p.m. It's now 8:42. I acknowledge my weakness in that space, and we attempted, and actually the objective of this stream was fulfilled in the process. So thank you for bearing with us on this journey. It has been fun. So, I'm going to run these questions back. If you feel as if you have been overlooked for being part of the previous stream and where I answered some of these questions, I hope that you would communicate your feelings to me and that I can attempt to be like, thank you for your patience, because you have been patient. Thank you. Okay, we're back. I'm looking over here. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, CNN. We're in. So, back to our first question that we look. I'm still looking over here.
All right, ready?
Locked
and...
Back. I'm looking back. Alright. What is my preferred method of communication? Alright, let me tell you something. Okay, I have answered this one a couple times, but we're back. Okay, first, I love in-person communication. You see some nuances of speech and of dialect and of individual preference and enjoyment, and you see passion and excitement in the hands, and then some people communicate through their hands. So just seeing the way that they stylistically are individual, I love the uniqueness of the individual and how they portray things, and I just want everyone, however they communicate, to feel very special. And so in person, I get to communicate that by just being there. And then the way that I experience it, I just try to just be myself. That was good. Step one, S tier, best, top 10, if you will, communication styles. In person, bar none, best way to do it. Okay, unless you have a contagious disease, then we're gonna move our way back to now we're step 2, FaceTime. All of my good friends or beyond usually just shoot them a FaceTime because I love seeing their face. Okay, it's good stuff. Okay, they were made very well, as were you. And just seeing, like, I love just interacting and hearing people and seeing their face move along with that is good, but still not the best. Second best. But individually, I appreciate it for what it is, which is exactly what I needed to be. Next, we have our phone call, our handy dandy dial-up. Okay, that one, phenomenal for what it is. I get the speech pattern. I love to hear. Some people just have excellent, like, cadence in their voice. Like, they just sound very cool. or you just don't. I'm just kidding. I digress.
That's not very nice.
If you subscribe to Smiley Volleyball, you clearly fall into the first category. So subscribe. But then there's text messages, and for getting things done, text messages are phenomenal. Big fan, but I'd rather FaceTime you because I like to see you. Next, question number 2. If you had to get a tattoo today, what would you get? Is this what I'm using?
No, I'm just testing it.
Okay, he's just testing stuff. So if you see a large Caucasian male, that is Matt. He is walking around. He is Smiley Volleyball, as am I. If I had to get a tattoo today, what would I get? So, answer to my question. I would get a large lamb or sheep, if you will, all the way across, head and front, and then like floofy sheep body all the way around back, and then a little floofy tail on my scapula. And it would be kind of like, not necessarily like, it would be kind of like the face would be, cute, but the body would be like this really like, rain cloudy looking, but floofy, something but it's like, not something necessarily that would win a street fight, you know what I'm saying? Then it would have a little like, Shaun the Sheep, if you will, but fluffier. And maybe have like storm rain clouds, if you will. But the meaning therein would be like, weakness doesn't have to be a weakness, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like everything that I've started off weak at, whenever I embraced it, not as for what I am, but as for something to be grown in, then it became a strength. So it's like that lamb is indicative of things that were weak that then became strong, which I love. And that's why it's kind of a rain cloud, because like storms are, super cool, and like shock things and move and charge, and it's good. And like force things to react and are victorious and like can't be stopped, But yeah, so generally that's my tattoo idea.
You want to see something crazy?
Sure, go ahead.
Wait for it.
Waiting.
Wait for the live stream. It's about 5 seconds behind, 10 seconds behind. But wait for it.
Wow.
Wait. It's not there. There it is!
Oh! Somebody call Halo 2. We're in there. Okay.
All right, back to the camera.
All right,
so,
which one are we
you're
on?
you're on this one.
Okay, I'm on that one.
There we go.
Okay. What is one goal I have for the near future? Okay. I have a goal to play with one of the coolest names in the AVP, Lev Prima, in this weekend's Houston Open Tournament. That goal is being fulfilled as we speak. Hi, Mama. Do you need it?
I'm good.
Everyone would love to see you, I'm sure. My mom is back here, and I love her. Just say hello as you walk by.
Hello.
This is my mom.
Hello.
She is so
Hello.
sweet. Yeah, that's a great smile.
You want to see something even cooler?
Yeah, sure.
Wait, did I not do it right? Hold on.
Hold, please. I'm about to ask my next question after Matt shows me something.
Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, the checkbox.
Wait for it. Picture in picture. By the way, shout out Anthony Wynn. Your haircutting ability, top notch, as my brothers displayed. And me as well. I'm very satisfied with your work. Thank you. What is one goal I have for the near future? Said I wanted to play with Lev and get to do that this weekend. So grateful. I've learned a lot from the way that he's played. He has a very unique style of snap under the ball, which I really like. And whenever he's like really charged up, he's very, very hard to stop. As I enjoy that. I'm excited to see it in person. It's literally right next to him, which I'm very thankful for.
Next is, when are you going to start playing pickleball? Just reopen this health, whatever the opposite.
Opposite of opening a Band-Aid is, it's just bringing out something that is so delightful in me. Pickleball is the next advancement of my life. As soon as I tell everyone this, as soon as I hit 55, I'm dropping everything in my life except my family. Unless they want to come along too. I mean, it's really up to them. And I'm taking everyone that I know to go play pickleball, and then I'm going to advance all of my ambition. I'm just going to full send it into pickleball because I think that it is so much fun. And I love the people that are in it. And it's just been a really delightful thing. It holds like that space in my heart where ping pong dwells, which is like a very beautiful, like it's just unmatched, awesome fun where also sand volleyball dwells. And indoor, honestly. I'm having a lot of fun with indoor.
Do my cheeks ever hurt from smiling? Again, assuming that we're talking about face cheeks. Oh my goodness, we're on this. There's two. I'm freaking out because we have two cameras going. Do my cheeks ever hurt from smiling? Yes. Yes, they do. But they don't hurt in the midst of experiencing someone. Like, it's like my brain is enamored with the individual, and then afterward, or experience, and then afterward, it's like I get to re-experience how awesome that interaction was through the pain in my face, which I enjoy. But to answer the other question, my other cheeks don't hurt while I smile all the time. Why did Matt not tell me y'all were doing this?
MEA, I have no idea why. He didn't tell me.
Oh, that's totally my fault.
No, I'm just kidding. I was just waiting to throw him under the bus. Just kidding. Opinions on pineapple on pizza. I think that opinion is a beautiful thing, and me personally, I wouldn't let that slide. Although I've grown to kind of enjoy it as of recently, like, would I go out of my way to assert a pineapple on a perfectly good pizza? I absolutely personally would not, but I enjoy a ton of people who really, like, are advocates of pineapple, and I will indulge in pineapple on my pizza with them gladly all day. But would I go out of my way to put it on my own pizza? Probably not. But who knows? Maybe that will change, and I'm okay, and I embrace that. Maybe with pickleball, whenever I switch careers, I'll just eat nothing but pineapple pizza. I'll keep y'all posted. Whenever this changes to Smiley Pickleball. When are you coming back to Third Coast? Funny you ask. Shameless marketing for my Saturday live stream. Are we on this camera right now?
Yes, but we can switch whenever you want.
Let's do it.
Hold on. 360. Hey there. You come here often? I'm coming back to Third Coast this Friday. Well, technically Saturday. I'm driving in on Friday. And then I will be enjoying, I love that facility so much. Like, the history of people, like the community that y'all have, that we have, that I've gotten to be a part of, is like very, like, well established, I think is the wording I want to use for this. Like, I love how many people, like, watch other people play and how well the facility is upkept. Like, Riley and the whole staff at Third Coast, like fast and slow claps for y'all, because y'all are elite. Like, every time I tell people about shower number 3, the best water pressure there is, it's not even close. The restrooms, and the little things that y'all do to make life cool in that place are so awesome. The deodorant in the restroom, I frequent that. It's good stuff. And there's moisturizing lotion for my elbows. Like, who would have thought that, like, I would have come in there, like, knees ashed up, you know? Like, and I'll, you know, get in there. It's good. But Third Coast, I'm grateful for y'all. And I love playing tournaments there. I love training there and playing there. I will be there very soon, and I miss y'all with my whole heart. Do I believe in ghosts? Yes. Specifically, Carol Gross. Are we on this one or this one?
Let's switch back to the main one.
That's crazy. Ayo. Carol Grosso, your daughter, Juju, plays this game where she turns from a human to a ghost, and every time it's the scariest experience I've ever experienced in my life. And she expresses this change. If any of y'all watch like Danny Phantom or something, where he like superhero changes instantly. She throws up her hands like this, and she just instantly takes the form of this like ghastly creature. Not really, I'm being sarcastic, but she starts running, you know, after me and my friend Connor, Connor, if you're watching this, I love you and Lauren very much, and Sina. But she just starts chasing after us, and naturally, because of the ethereal reaction in my bones, I like have to turn and sprint. And, like, all of my cardiovascular training just like led to that moment. I'm just like, sometimes I think about looking back and I'm like, I can't look back because it's so terrifying. But no, she's just incredibly cute, and I hope that she feels powerful from those moments and enjoys it. Oh my god, somebody asked, why are you so pretty? And I just like to thank Mary who walked there. But shucks, you're so kind. Gosh. I'm flattered. What next to a serious question? Okay. Serious. Could you switch to this camera?
Yes.
You see something funny? Yeah. So I figured out how to put text on the screen. So I'm gonna repentance. Is it on the right? Am I over here?
You're over there, yeah.
Hello. Okay, for real question. That's actually practical and awesome. What is the greatest component in building your game from the average level to the AA level? I think like there are individual aspects that like one couldn't necessarily be considered the greatest overall, other than maybe like the love of the sport, which kind of ties into the enjoyment of it. But for me, practically going, I'd say from the A level to the AA level is whenever I started to take it upon myself to discipline outside of it, the three majors, which was passing, setting, and hitting, hitting/serving, taking it one-on-one, and like setting a 5-minute timer of just doing hand sets and a couch, which is what Phil Dahlhauser did. I saw it on a little YouTube video of a guy announcing. He was like, Phil Dahlhauser used to sit on his couch and hand set for 5 minutes, and then he'd look over, and then he'd, like, in a commercial break, he'd be just hand setting. And as we all know, Phil Dahlhauser is two things. He's very bald, and he's very good at hand setting. Oh my goodness. Wait, what camera am I on right now? I forgot.
That one.
Okay, sorry. Can we switch back?
We can. Wait. No, I got it. Hey! We're back.
I have a long-standing joke, inside joke. There's this one, I think it's in SpongeBob or Courage the Cowardly Dog, where they're like, bald! And they just like randomly make this joke about bald people. So I keep that within a close amount of friends. So I don't have an infatuation with bald people, but I do healthily hold that as a joke. But that 5-minute discipline was very helpful. The more you play, the better you will get. So taking advantage of as many reps as you can get, no matter the quality. Like I played double B rec, like I played it all just because I loved it, and it just happened organically. But whenever I started like taking time out of my day to go jump serve, that will work on your hitting and contact, and then you'll start to be able to manipulate the ball. That'll take you to a double A level. The hand setting thing on the couch is helpful, but also working on your like base and entire frame in the gym functionally. Pairing those two things will make your hand setting really good. And then the reps, like accepting reps in all their forms, just that experience into the platform will be helpful. But I also did some like biomechanical things with the front deltoid and with my rhomboid and strengthening the body to be able to accept the platform's strength. But it first started with a believing that I could be double A and having an ambition even beyond that. So first, believe in yourself, love the game, then enjoy the game, then take it upon yourself to discipline yourself, and whatever you invest in there is just going to speak to the truth of who you are. So that's how I personally look at it, and I could be wrong, but I also could be right. Oh, great question. I love this question. By the way, Buddy Jennings, what a gem to this volleyball community. As are the rest of you, ask questions, but I love y'all. What was the toughest loss I've ever taken in volleyball? So I actually just had this conversation with someone earlier today about loss as a whole. My personal definition of loss is something that makes you stop. And to this date, no score L has made me give up on the sport, which I'm grateful for. And I give honor to those in whom I believe that steadfastness comes from. But the score loss, the hardest loss I had, is threefold. So there was one time I was playing co-ed back at the good old Beachcomber. May it rest healthily in peace. Huge rip. I miss that place, but I also don't. I miss the people and the time playing volleyball, and I miss having an establishment where I could see those specific people that I saw. And that time is held with great esteem and honor in my heart. But there was one time in a blind draw, co-ed, I was playing with a partner at the time, and I just remember a guy named Michael Poole who I love. And if you're on here, Michael, Cece, I love y'all so much. Congrats on your recent engagement. It makes me very happy. Y'all are so delightful. But Michael was just optioning every ball, just boom, boom, and I just didn't know what to do. I was just taking a walking L. And I remember after that game, I was just like, I was so distraught. I was like, I truly have no hope of stopping that option. And I had no idea what to do with my life as a whole. So I just walked those little bottom courts at Beachcomber and just having a little prayerful conversation of, hey, like, that stunk. Just embrace that. I think that might have been the moment where I was like, dang, I need to start working on this outside of the court and start really researching how people combat this and why it's not just like this waking issue of everyone's nightmares. Sarcasm as well. But yeah, so that loss fueled me to learn how to pull, how to stop effectively, how to make my movement most efficient. If you're looking for a fun video, tennis split step. Putting that into effect defensively is phenomenal if you're trying to advance your game. The split step, so good in the sand because you pack the sand, you're able to move efficiently, you can do whatever you want from that space and you're just powerful. Use that. But that loss was really difficult. Jeff and Aaron Hubner, I love them. TWU, Jeff is the head coach there. He has done such a good job of surrounding himself with excellence and making those games fun. I've gotten to watch a couple of them, and I love my experience there. His coaching staff, Penny, Lou, all y'all are awesome. I'm a huge fan of y'all. But yeah, I digress. So Jeff, I didn't know how to pass a float serve. Float serve is where you strike the ball flat and it doesn't have any spin for the wind to friction onto the ball, so it just kind of floats in the air and it makes a weird like movement path that a topspin does not. And so they beat me 25-2. I was playing with a lovely individual. I hate to shout you out in my digression here, but John Cannon. Oh man, I miss you. Your sense of humor is so lovely. But yeah, so he bore with me as I was served off the court. And I was so mad after that. It was at a place called Little Elm Park, where it was the first place I ever played doubles. And he's absolutely roasted me, him and Aaron. And I think they were the best players on my team because I think they scored the 2 points. That was so angry. But that anger fueled me to learn how to pass a float serve. And the reason why I couldn't pass a float serve with some guys have this issue, especially coming from other sports, is the end of their tricep is a little bit underdeveloped. So whenever you fully extend your platform, it's a little bent, right? Which I had a huge issue. My thing was whack. It was bad. Okay, and so whenever a float serve went high and I had to adjust, it was like, boom, right? And I just like, boom. And John just had to run, you know, and he was a track star that day. So can you see this? Is it too high? Nice. Okay. So that day motivated me not only to work on passing float serves and having people float balls at me, it motivated me in the gym to work on that lateral extension of the tricep and the supination of the palm, which means supination is where you open up your palm up like you're holding soup. So it's like you're opening up to get a larger contact and a larger platform, and then getting your front delt and the top of your pectoral muscle to be able to extend and be able to give this ball a safe place in which to make haven and not lose 25-2. So that loss was really tough. And then most recently, toughest loss was in Seaside, Oregon. Actually, no, I take this back. I think it was in Colorado. I played the Colorado AVP qualifier with Riley Walschlager. Oh, Riley, I miss you so much, and I'm excited to see you this weekend. You are the best. I esteem you so highly. I hope everyone, I've posted about this, but I hope everyone gets to meet Riley and just experience him. Very sweet. But in Colorado, I went and rewatched the film where I was in that qualifier, and I got some really healthy feedback of like you were not serving aggressive. And serve is like what I work on. So it's like, what's the point of me? I was like in this like little like performance fear bubble where I was like, I enjoyed the sport so much, so I did it, but I also like was kind of feeling the pressure a little bit, and it affected me adversely in those moments. And it came out in me not really going for it in serves. And so losing that qualifier match was the hardest loss for me, not only because I wanted to win like for my entire team, but I believe that I could win. And also like there was such a blaring thing I could have done better that it didn't affect my enjoyment and my, I guess, present joy, but it was like, wow, like that was a tough loss because I needed to learn that way. So yeah, that was that. And then last question. Oh, thank you, by the way, for bearing with me. I appreciate y'all's presence very much. We didn't make mistakes. We made happy little accidents. As we please don't sue us, Bob Ross. oh dear. Well, the can of worms I just. But last question. How do I stay positive? I think that are so positive is I get this question quite often, and my answer is kind of dynamic, so if you ask me in person, I'll probably like cater it, I guess, more, but in a very brief nutshell, it's kind of rooted on what I'm like. I let what I'm thankful for not overwhelm, but meet my acceptance of the toughness of the time. So, like in a volleyball match, for example. So, let's say I get absolutely rocked, like blocked so hard on game point, right? And then I go for it and just like boom, and somebody just boom, and it's just boom, boom, and everybody's and like could you just go to this other screen real quick?
Mm-hmm. Then everyone else in the crowd is like, and then go back to the screen.
Then everyone else in the crowd is like, oh my goodness, we just saw him, getting blown up. And I just get to sit there for a moment after getting blocked and watching my ball still come down from the atmosphere as I got canned. I think, wow, that was an absolutely... My first thought process is kind of blank, right? Because I came into it thinking I could get past the block, and I truly believed it. And it just works out like that sometimes. But after I've accepted the anger of getting blocked, and accepted and embraced the emotions that I feel of inadequacy and the blocker's supremacy, and just the overall greatness of what they got to experience, I go through kind of not necessarily a checklist, but I allow what I'm thankful for to kind of come out, because I believe that it's deeper rooted than those experiences, even though I allow those experiences to kind of churn in that place. First thing that I would be thankful for is I love that feeling of blocking someone, so I love that they got to experience that block. So it's I would love, if it was like a wrapped gift and I could give someone that, I would give it to them, you know? So that's what I'd be thankful for, is that I could be partnered and be part of that experience for them. And then also, while not degrading myself, I also believe that I can hit past any block, just because it's fun, and will be able to in the future, just because I'm hopeful in that space. That was I'm grateful that they got to experience that too, because I love to experience that. And then next, I think of I really love that I can jump after a ball, and because I have a perspective with my brother of he isn't able to, I guess, necessarily run and jump and really exert yourself and give your everything to a physical movement and give full hope and belief, right? It's that's something he won't experience, so I'm thankful that I get to kind of live that vicariously, and how he would live it necessarily in that moment. Then I'll be thankful that I had somebody to set me, which is really cool. Having 4 people to play with is not something that I take for granted, and that I'm very grateful that people would take their time to play. And I being thankful for the individual pieces that I admire through those people, and then grateful that I have a place where I can kind of hide that feeling of weakness, and kind of talk through those things. It's a purple space for me, but I really enjoy that, being grateful, but that don't misinterpret, or try not to misinterpret. It's not it's obviously partly my fault if I misinterpret. But what I'm trying not to say is, hey, if you feel angry and you feel really bad for getting blocked, freaking find a rug and toss your emotions under there, okay? And just don't mess with it until it's higher than your ceiling, and then your ceiling pops off, and then you need a roof repair mentally. That is not what I'm saying.
Wow.
What?
That was
What?
Nice rabbit hole.
Thank you.
I was trying to calculate that in my head. And
But that is not what I'm trying to say. I believe that I have a place where it's okay to be weak temporarily in my mind and in my whole self. So it's like that's the beauty of, I guess, my own journey, my own, I guess, belief system as a whole, is that I have a place where, like, I haven't necessarily changed in volleyball and in my own self, in my, I guess, own identity. I've just had different levels that brought different things, and like different times that exposed different things, and where like I don't have more fun now than I did starting, and I also don't have less fun. So it's like I'm still me. Did I get less weak, or did I just get to keep walking? You know, it's like yes, my play has grown and developed, and I'm grateful for that. But I, as an individual, as a me, get to be grateful for the strength, but also like not have to hide feeling afraid or feeling bad, because I don't think that anyone who I allow into my space would want me to be anything other than how I am at that exact moment. So I just embrace and feel allowed to feel loved in that space. Like what I believe in really enjoys me feeling that anger, because that anger will fuel me working on my offense so I don't get blocked. What I enjoy really cares about my entire feeling. Do I feel inadequate as a hitter? No, because every great hitter has gotten blocked, and I want to be that. I want to go that far. So it's that's just part of the process, and I just enjoy that entire split. And I think that it's less a positivity thing. I think that if I could diagnose the symptoms of what I'm going through, is more the thanksgiving in the moment is powerful, and enjoyable, and something that I love to discipline, and I love to be thankful that people are just around me that I get to experience. So it's less I say positivity. My definition in my brain is hope and joy kind of come together and become this outlook on life. My hope is strong because I'm know where I've been, I know where I'm going, and I've kind of sought out the truth, and I find that, and I get to rest in it. And then my joy is strong because I believe I've enjoyed the entire process, no matter what. And I see that functionally throughout, and that's kind of portrayed by presence, which is why I enjoy people, and I enjoy whenever you smile at someone, you see them as delightful. And I even whenever I don't feel like smiling, I think that the message of smiling at someone and seeing them as something beautiful and delightful and maybe even handsome is something that is too good an opportunity to pass up, because it'll change the way someone believes that about themselves, because it'll start to tell them what's true. So that's, I guess, my viewpoint, and what I enjoy. And so those little micro thankful disciplines, and kind of seeking the truth, wherever you just find the most powerful thing you can think of, and then look for that. And then if that has the ability to make you happy and hopeful, then that's awesome. And if it doesn't, come find me and I know where to live. Yeah, I think it's all just a lovely part of life. And I'm grateful for Sam Volleyball and the community they're in, that I can express myself and what I enjoy and love and hope for through it. So yeah, thank you for your time. That was y'all embraced a very deep rabbit hole of thought and momentary maybe frustration, but I appreciate your patience. Whatever emotions you felt, they were valid and can probably refine me as a whole to be more efficient with my speech. And that is a great thing, especially for where I hope to go. So I hope that you feel smiled on, and I hope that you feel valued. And I appreciate your time with me today. But I appreciate it. Thank you for spending time and for your questions. And for breathing. That's really
All right, I'm gonna see if I can fade to black. Hold on. Let's see if this works. Oh, we're back. Okay. Now I'm gonna fade to black again. You ready?
Like John Cena.
Yeah. You ready?